Hey guys, welcome back. Orbomb here, bringing you another episode of our PTCGO live content videos. Now today we're playing my personal favorite. Well, I don't know if it's my personal favorite yet, but it's the one I've been testing the most, and the one I'm the most interested in playing as far as like if I were to go to tournaments with it, and that is Gardevoir and Sylveon Tag Team GX, but not with Miss Magius. I find that I haven't needed Miss Magius in a lot of my matchups yet. So no Miss Magius and just focusing a little bit more on setting up some Rimbombis. Now you can always fit in Miss Magius in here, and there were some games where just like, hey, I can just cut out some of these and cards and just put like a 1/1 line with a 1 Dust Stone, or like a 2/2 line with 2 Dust Stones, something like that. But I really like what Rimbombi can bring to the table in this deck. Just being able to knock Guzma up very tight. But let's talk about Rimbombi in a second. Right now, the focus is Gardevoir and Sylveon Tag Team GX. Now, once again, shout out to our sponsors always for supplying us with the codes. And with our sponsors' help, we can do a code giveaway for you guys. Answer the common question of the day being, what is your favorite fairy type Pokemon? You already know mine is Togekiss. But what's your favorite fairy type Pokemon? Let me know in the comments down below. And hopefully there'll be a booster box giveaway coming up soon, thanks to our lovely sponsors. Let me get the logo up. Boom! There it is. All right. Let's see. Drop a like, because remember, I think we said 75 likes. Let's go 70 likes means next day upload. So hit that like button. I know that a bunch of y'all are watching this. Mr. Timmy, Jonathan, Cheryl, Eugene. Just hit that like button. I appreciate it. All right. So Gardevoir and Sylveon. Now, I should be playing 4. I play 3 because I only have 3 right now, and the disconnect happened. That's cool. All right, we're gonna log back in here, but I'm only playing 3 in the deck right now. I don't really mind because the only thing that does is prevents as many mulligans, and it is kind of important to play 4 in this deck because you want to make sure you always have like 2 or 3 on the bench. But let me quickly sign back in. Ideally, there we go. Oh god, but right now I'm playing 3. Gardevoir and Sylveon, 260 HP, pretty beefy. Problem with 260 HP is that you're still in range of a Reshizard with a Choice Band, so just like in yesterday's video, we will be playing Choice Helmet in this deck to prevent that from happening. But you got really interesting attacks here. Fairy Song does attaches 2 Fairy Energies from your deck to your bench Pokemon in any way you like, so it's pretty nice for energy acceleration. Kaleidostorm means you hit 150, so good 2-hit KO attack. Then you can move your energies however you want. Pretty nice for like a healing type deck like this Gardevoir, Sylveon, and Moby, where you can move all your energies to the back and max potion yourself, or Acerola yourself and still keep your energies on the board, kind of thing like that. And of course, the main reason why we play this deck is for the most busted GX attack in the game, is what I've been hearing a lot of people say in the stream yesterday. Magical Miracle GX. It does 200 damage, so damage-wise, not the best, which is kind of a weird thing to say. Like, can you believe the era that we live in, where 200 damage is just not enough damage anymore? Oh boy. But if this Pokemon has at least 3 extra Fairy Energies attached to it, you may shuffle your opponent's hand back into their deck. You can knock out their Pokemon and leave them in top deck mode. It's a little bit insane, a little tad bit insane. 6 energies is a lot to ask, but once this deck gets rolling, it gets moving. So we're playing 3 of these, and then we have a 2/2 line of Cutiefly Rimbombi. Note to self, Cutiefly does have free retreat. 30 HP sucks though, not gonna lie, but it does have free retreat. But like, you don't care if these get knocked out, because regardless, the only thing that matters is if 2 of these get knocked out, right? Same thing with Miss Magius. A couple things that I was considering playing in this deck, actually, before we go over the Rimbombis, is let's see, Xerneas here. There's 2 Xerneases I was interested in playing. Xerneas Prism. Because of its ability, Path of Light, you can come and hit 160 with Bright Horns. Not bad. The problem is an ability. If you lead it, your deck completely fails, because we are relying on green in this deck. The other one is actually the Bright Horn Xerneas. It's definitely not a bad attacker. Hitting 130 isn't bad, and if you have your Rimbombi down, they can't Guzma this to knock it out. And 130 can knock out things like Hoopa from Shining Legends. So, so those are the 2 options. Another card I was considering playing in here. Was the Fairy type Mimikyu. Copycats are actually pretty cool. If your opponent's Pokemon uses an attack that isn't a GX attack during their last turn, you can use it as this attack. So you can copy attacks, which is pretty nice. Sometimes there's some pretty powerful attacks out there. For instance, you can hit Reshizard for 230 with a Copycat, and you're only giving up 1 prize. And once again, you don't care, because at the end of the day, your opponent has to go through 2 of these Gardevoir and Sylveons anyways. And you can play pretty much any other, even regular GX attacker in this deck, because once again, like I keep mentioning, it's all about forcing your opponent to go through 2 of these, thanks to you being able to play Rimbombi and your opponent can't Guzma or anything like that. So that's pretty nice. I'm trying to think if there's like anything. This is actually a pretty cool attack. Double the damage on your opponent so that you can get. Oh, this is actually a really strong attack combined with this, because you hit them for 150, and if they play any healing, you can just come in and let's snuggle forever and triple their damage. Anyways, enough of that. Enough of looking around. I might have to experiment with other fairy type Pokemon later. But anyways, Rimbombi's whole ability is that if this Pokemon's on your bench, your opponent cannot play a supporter from their hand and okay. All effects of supporters done to your fairy Pokemon are not affected. So you prevent all the effects of the cards done to this Pokemon, done to the fairy Pokemon. That was really hard for me to say when I could have just read the card, but you get the idea. Also has free retreat, something to keep in mind. But that's it for the Pokemon. Fairly small Pokemon line, 5 basics, could be 6, but right now it's 4. The problem with playing these other Pokemon and why I'm not playing them is even though they're nice, they don't have free retreat. It's hard to manipulate the board with them. And I already explained the Xerneas thing. And also why I'm not playing a non-GX attacker to deal with Hoopa is because we have a new card to deal with Hoopa. So correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I was hearing I heard other people talk about this. I think I saw a video where this worked, but Stealthy Hood is actually a good way. Is a tool card that you can attach to your Gardevoir Sylveon that actually lets you hit past the effects of Hoopa. So prevent all effects of your opponent's abilities done to this Pokemon. So when you attack Hoopa, you prevent the effect, the ability that your opponent has that makes them immune to the attack is nullified thanks to Stealthy Hood. So that's something I'm playing in here as well. A lot of the time, you don't see these Hoopa decks playing cards like a Field Blower. They don't really have a reason to. Like, tools, for the most part, don't affect what mill decks, like bulky decks, like disruption decks like that do. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense, but they don't need to play Field Blower, so I'm playing a 1-of, and if I need to, I can just ace roll it back into my hand and stuff like that. But anyways, let's go over the rest of the deck. 1 Adventure Bag, because we are playing greens. Now, I know it's confusing that we're playing greens while also playing Rimbombi. I need to stop calling it Rimbombi. It's only because we only play Rimbombi whenever we're like in the situation where my opponent can Guzma. So I'm just like, my opponent Guzmaing this turn would be kind of annoying. So I'm going to quickly evolve my Rimbombi, and I can't use green anymore, but by the time that happens, my board is usually set up, so it's not a huge deal. So I do like the Origami. 1 energy spinner. It's just nice to have an item card that can get you an energy. We're not playing. I don't like Viridian Force in this deck as much. I especially don't like Viridian Force because it helps your opponent out. I'd rather not give my opponent free access to their energies. So having access to energy spinner is pretty nice. Not to mention you have the bonus effect if you're using this the first turn, you can get 3 energies, which kind of sets you up for manual attachments the rest of the game. Because when you attack with this thing, like, you're probably not going to be drawing into energies anyways. It's very unlikely. So there's that. 2 Energy Switch. Energy Switch is super useful in this deck just for getting energies off of your dude for max potioning or ace rolling or even pulling off surprise GX attacks. So max, I do like the Energy Switch in this deck. 1 Field Blower. This is kind of like a give and take card. There hasn't been a dire situation where I needed the Field Blower, but we decided to add it at the end of yesterday's stream because it was like there were other cards in here that we just didn't need, and Field Blower felt like you could pull off more niche situations than the other cards did. So if you want to cut a card, I could definitely see cutting Field Blower, but Field Blower is nice to get rid of things like Choice Helmet and Choice Band and things like that, things that make your matchup a little bit awkward. 3 Max Potions, 2 Nest Balls. I found that we haven't needed Nest Ball that much. 2 seems to be working just fine for me. I'm playing 2 Nest Ball, 2 Ultra Ball. Ultra Ball is specifically there just to get Rimbombi if we need to, but you don't really need the Ultra Ball either outside of getting the Rimbombi. So 2 Nest Balls, 2 Ultra Ball seems to be working just fine for me. 1 Pal Pad to shuffle back in, usually our greens. 4 Pokegear, help you search out more supporters. We already talked about Ultra Ball. 2 of the Power Plant helps turn off GX and EX abilities, mainly Whimsicott, Zoroark, Lele, Dedenne, things like that. No abilities for them, which is why we're not playing Fairy Charm ability in this deck, by the way, because Fairy Charms only work on GX Pokemon, and since we're already turning off the abilities of GX Pokemon, you know, in the perfect scenario, then it doesn't really matter. 1 Wonder Labyrinth, 2 Acerola, 2 Bills. Another card I'm kind of iffy about playing. I just find that I don't use Bills. Like, I once again, this is at the end of the stream, we threw in the Bills in the Field Blower, but that's like 3 cards you could easily cut for something else you might want to try. I just feel like I've never needed the Bill. We played like a good amount of games too, and I was fine. I think I won all the games. I don't think I lost a game yesterday on stream. You guys can go check out the stream I did on the 3rd, May 3rd, if you want to double check me on that. But I don't think I dropped a game playing this deck. We just had some awkward cards we never used, so we cut them out and we put in Bills and Field Blower. One Diantha. I mean, we only used it once, but the one time we used it, it came in clutch, so I like the Diantha card. That you get any 2 cards from your discard pile into your hand if you do get knocked out. And when you get knocked out, you're usually able to use Lieutenant Surge. So usually I use Lieutenant Surge to grab Diantha, to use Diantha, and use Diantha to grab whatever card I need, and then one other supporter to use. So I like the Diantha a lot. 4 greens, greens exploration. I should probably start correcting myself. Enough with all that tabletop nonsense. Lets you get any 2 trainer cards, so as you can see, a lot of training cards to choose from for different scenarios, so I like this. 3 Guzma. I don't think I've needed 4, so 3 seems to be working fine. 1 Judge just for hand disruption. 2 Lieutenant Surge's strategy lets you use 3 supporters, including this one, on the turns you're behind on prizes, and that could be pretty nice as we're all about that search. And then 1 Mina. Mina has always come in clutch. There are so many turns where I'm just like, I wish I had an extra energy. Mina, I attack for game. So Mina's pretty good. I like the Mina. 2 Choice Helmets. Like you mentioned earlier, Choice Helmets super duper good for dealing with Reshizard. Helps you actually have a chance against that deck. 2 Fairy Charm Lightning, just straight up neuters Pikarom. They can't do much about it until they land their Field Blower, and if they land their Field Blower, they usually only play 1. So that means you can play down a second one, and then they can't damage you. It's kind of important. 1 Fairy Charm Ultra Beast, just for the, in case you find, like, Blacephalon GX is still a good deck, don't get me wrong. It's mainly for Blacephalon GX. It comes in handy if you find a random Pheromosa Buzzwole. Not exactly the most competitive deck right now with Fire Weakness, but still something to keep in mind. And then 1 Stealthy Heal, like you mentioned earlier, and 9 Fairies. We're going to only run 9 Fairies in this deck. Something about, like, excuse me, with 9 Fairies, I don't want to run too many energies, because if I run too many energies, it starts cluttering up this hand. And as you can see, there's no draw support in this deck. It's all about searching and just being able to play strategically. At first, I played this deck with like Cynthia's and Lilies and stuff like that. I just found I never needed them. Like, just being able to search the exact thing I needed, and I could play off the board just with my energies, seems to be working just fine. So that's gonna be the deck, guys. Let's go ahead and get a couple of games. This is a little bit of a I don't know what changes I made, but just in case. It was a little bit of a longer deck profile, but it's a very different deck than anything I've played before. So it's actually really exciting for me, because I love whenever like I can play different stuff. But look, 7-game win streak. I'm pretty sure that's happened yesterday while on stream. Although I might have already had a win streak going. I don't remember. But we did stream for like 2 hours. It was a good long stream. Let's see if I can keep this up, though. I just finished doing, like, I woke up at 6 a.m. to go take my sister to school, right? Oh, not school. She had ACT. She had to take an ACT today, so I hope she did well, but... Ooh, yikes. I think we're about to drop a game, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, no. Oh, no. This is awkward. All right, let's see what we can do. I mean, we have a lot of things that can get us out of the situation, but that's not one of them. Ooh, yikes. We can attach here. We're playing against Whimsicott, so this matchup shouldn't be bad if we can just get our Gardevoir Sylveon. I might just have to judge, though. Do I want to attach and judge? I mean, I don't really need a manual attachment this turn, so yes, I do want to attach and judge. Yes. I could have actually used that. Grabbed 1 energy. That would have done it by 2. Okay, so we're saved, for kind of. We're kind of saved. Alright, we'll go ahead and put this down, and hopefully... I don't know if he can take a knockout next turn, but just in case, we'll do this. And hopefully we can survive off this. I mean, we have Bills, so let's see if Bills comes into play. I think what I want the most out of this deck is more ways to continuously use green. Green just seems to be the one card I need, like always. Ooh, what the heck is this? What did he just do? Once during your turn, it takes 10 less damage from attack. So speaking of green, green would be good right now because he can get us an energy and another nest ball. Nice. Green and Mina. Oh, just green. Never mind. But green's all we need right here, so we're perfect. All right. So already, like, this deck has so many outs, it's ridiculous. This gets us this for an energy and another nest ball for another Guardy. Speaking of Guardy, what's our prizes? I really only care about the Pokemon. We have a Cutiefly prize. This is our only Cutiefly. Not a big deal. Do we have all of our power plants? Because that's kind of what we need to rely on. Yes, we do. Perfect. So we can spend these early turns just kind of setting up the board. Yep. Get this down. This gives us a Pokemon we can start attaching to. We can energy spinner, get an item. an energy. So we have all the energies in the deck as well. And boom. Fairy Song. Perfect. So what is build? Builds as you get any 2 trainer cards. I'm trying to think of what we can do. Now, the cool thing about playing Miss Magius, because I know I'll have a lot of people tell me, you should just play Miss Magius. It's a lot better. Miss Magius means you can immediately use cards like Lieutenant Surge and Counter Catcher and stuff like that. I mean, it's good. Don't get me wrong. It's not bad by any means, but I'm trying to, I just kind of value the fact that I can stop my opponent from using Guzma a little bit more than drawing like 2 or 3 extra cards. I thought Ribombee was like really, not Ribombee, Miss Magius was really good because I thought it discarded your hand, draw 7, just because like the Dene, discard your hand, draw 6. Fortunately, it doesn't do that though, so. Looks like we're playing against Reshizard, I think, so wish us luck, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna need to find our choice helmets immediately, and we're gonna need to find, actually we can wait till turn 2. We're going first after all. We need to find 2 Guardians. We need to start attacking immediately. So this is like the only time I was really close to losing a game, which we ended up winning. But that's because I think my opponent disconnected. I'm not going to lie. We probably should have lost that game. Was versus Reshizard because we didn't get a turn 1 attack to another Pokemon. And it looks like it might just happen again. If we need to be able to get our... No, I mean, we have an extra turn. I'm not too worried about it. But we really need to get a turn 2 Gardevoir. Oh my god. How many mulligans did he just get? That's wild. That's a lot of mulligans. Alright, we're not playing against what I thought we were. That holo looks amazing. Whoa, that's crazy. I need to give me this card. Mina's good to have, just chilling. I don't know what we're playing against yet, so I'm not too worried about it. Nest Ball is good. And I like green. Oh, look at that. All 7 cards. Wild. I don't know what we're playing against yet, so I'm not too worried about it. I'm just going to go ahead and grab the other Guardian right now. And the hand looks good. We got Mina, which will give us an extra attachment if we need to. Green can find us some whatever trainer cards we might need. Diantha in case we somehow get knocked out. Although, what would we do? Like, we can't really play Diantha. I mean, we can, but it doesn't get us anywhere. Let's see what my opponent's playing, because I have no idea. They might be playing like some sort of Rhyhorn Mill. Ooh, is it my... Oh, Salazzle. Okay, so I guess you play this so you can immediately draw into... Okay, we are playing against Reshizard. So you play this so you can immediately draw into your supporter of choice, I guess. That's what you play the Mewtwo for. He's playing with Salazzle. I think I like this deck with Jirachi. Do you guys want to see me play Reshizard? I know there's a bunch of Reshizard videos out there, which is why I'm just kind of avoiding it. I don't think it's super important to play Reshizard. That's a man of culture right there. Psychic Salandits, he knows. I'm really upset we don't have Psychic Salandit next set, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that yet. If he gets a manual attachment here, he can potentially GX me next turn, which would be annoying, but not the end of the world by any means. Right now, I just have to chain. I think. We have Ace Roll in hand. We just have to chain healing and attaching energies on the board. I think I will try to get down Ribombee this game, like immediately. I don't want to be Guzma, but at the same time, I don't really know if I want to because I really need to chain healing. It's interesting. If it gets to the point where I feel like I need to protect my bench immediately, I'll get down Ribombee. But if I don't feel like that might be the case, I can not worry about it. I like the Salazzles. I think they're cool. I just think Jirachi's a little bit better. Blower could be really nice for sure. I mean, Power Plant's just good against this deck, but I'd rather bump his Stadium. Actually, I guess if he ever plays down Heat Factory, we can immediately bump it with the other Stadium. What does green get me right now that matters? This doesn't matter anymore. I could get Ribombee down or Cutiefly down. I could get another green and Nest Ball for Cutiefly. I need a choice helmet though, that's for sure. So let's get a Venture Bag. I'll get some choice helmets. And is there a possibility he attaches Guzma's choice band, knocks out? There is a possibility, so I should get both choice helmets right now. I'm afraid of a Field Blower, that's the main issue, but I should probably get those right now. And I'll grab another green. I need to grab Palpad soon, because we're already gonna lose like a green here. We have one green prize. Do we have Palpad? We have Palpad in the deck. Alright. As long as we have Ace Roller, we should be fine, I think. Let me go ahead and just grab these cards. Just have this green ready for next turn to react to whatever situation happens. Got my choice helmets. The only reason why I'm considering playing 3 choice helmets is because of Field Blower. Because I want to attach these both, so there's no way anything gets OHKO'd. I don't really necessarily want to be OHKO'd right now. But in case of any shenanigans, it would be nice to have an extra one. Like, in case of Field Blower. I'm just really hoping we eventually get a Fairy Charm Fire. Just really bust this deck. Bust it wide open. There's a switch. Okay, so don't see an OHKO happening this turn unless he's really adamant about using his GX tech now. The good thing about him using his GX tech now is that I never have to worry about being OHKO'd the rest of the game, unless of course he has the random Welder choice band. We're gonna hold on to this blower though for sure. Let's see what he can do besides like attack me. If he attacks me, that's just a simple Acerola. The problem is I don't have a free retreat option, but I can just damage him. I don't have to worry too much about like setting up my board for continuous knockout, if you know that, if for continuous energy. Like, I don't have to worry too much about using a GX tech. I guess if I need to, I can Guzma up a Salazzle and GX it so that he has less options in the future. But because of like he's running through his deck right now, so honestly, I'll just let him keep running through his deck, and then maybe I'll just GX him, and maybe I'll just deck him out by making him never take a knockout. We'll see what happens. There's another Reshizard. He hasn't manually attached yet, so he can there. Alright, but it's not too big of a deal. Flare Strike for not enough. Alright, sick. Energy switch into Acerola doesn't matter because I'm still manually attaching. Okay, so we'll just hold on to that. And we'll just Acerola here. Really debating a lot of things, but I think this is the right play. Unfortunately, we have to bench it because we can't be GX'd for game, because that'd be awkward. Yep, let's just Kaleido Storm for damage. Do I need to move my energies? If I get a switch, it would be nice to have. Yeah, let's play it safe. He can Guzma, but it's pretty unlikely. At least with this, we're able to we can set it up to where we can pull off the play. Like I'm still trying to learn this matchup, guys. Don't get me wrong. I haven't had I haven't had too much time to test this matchup as much as I would like. We only played like 2 or 3 games against it. So I'm still trying to figure out the best way to approach it. But I don't see him using Guzma because he's using Welder, is what I was trying to say. So I think this one in the active will be safe. I really need to get like a Lieutenant Surge or something. Actually, I don't know. Lieutenant Surge won't really help me right now. We'll see what happens. You can use Outrage for 170. I would really like to GX him if I can. Sometime soon. There's a Flare Crystal. He's really thinking about this. I mean, he's down to 18 cards in his deck. I don't know. I guess he just wants to draw more. If that's why he Flare Crystaled. No, he just wants to manually attach, so he has an extra attacker. So he can retreat this one and attack with the other one. That might be his game plan so he doesn't lose 3 prizes. I don't hate it. I don't think it's bad. He's going to damage me here with a Flare Strike. How do we respond? We can grab Max Potion Energy Spinner. We can grab Switch. Force him to play a Guzma. I mean, we're going to damage both of them, right? I guess if we play Switch Max Potion, we can damage as well as fully heal. So I don't hate that idea by any means. Let's try that. Switch Max. But then we don't have like... We need like a follow-up option, which is the biggest problem right now. What can we get rid of here? I really want to keep... If I keep Diantha would be really sick to keep. Especially if I let him take a knockout first. I could grab like Lieutenant Surge and let him take a knockout here. Switch Lieutenant Surge. Lieutenant Surge grabs me Diantha, green, which gets me 2 greens in my hand. But if I let him take a knockout, he's just a GX attack and winning the game, right? So That's the biggest issue. I could energy switch right now, attack him. I don't think that's the right play. Let me keep damaging him. I gotta keep, like, the best way to beat this deck is to continuously put on pressure. Wonder Lab is looking really nice though. Manually Attach and Guzma, 18 card deck. Maybe not yet. Green switch, and then hopefully he can't knock out my bench dude. I mean, I'm sure he has Guzma in hand, right? The safest play is the play that makes me lose the game. I think I have to grab green switch. Please find the switch. Please don't be priced. Thank you. And I think this is just so I have a follow-up play. I don't like this though. Not by any means. Alright, let's just do this. Oh, I just don't feel like this was the right play. Alright, if I play Diantha next turn, I don't have a max potion down here. I feel like I messed up. We'll see what happens. We'll Kaleidostorm first. We'll keep all the energies on the active. Alright, let's see what we can do. If he's gonna Guzma, he needs something, right? He doesn't have a lot of energies in hand, I'm assuming. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he has 8 gone. He can retreat, manually attach, and attack again. That is a thing if he has like Guzma. Or not retreat, but Guzma, retreat, and attack this thing for knockout. This is why I was playing 4 max potions. It might be time to put 4 max potions back. Just exactly for this scenario. 4 max potions is working for me. Maybe I should put it back in. Over a Bills. Yeah, there's the Guzma. So he's going to take a knockout here. And here's where I was thinking about grabbing a Lieutenant Surge just so I could use multiple things this game. But this is not too bad. Only for the sake of like... There's the Flare Crystal. Alright. I can Diantha here to grab it back. The Guardian, the Choice Helmet. Or I can grab like Choice Helmet Green. But then he can just GX me for game. I guess if he's attack, he has to attack me with this one, right? Because he's not using Welder this turn, which means it's impossible for him to GX me next turn. So I don't really have to grab green right now. Not to mention I have Ultra Ball. I can just grab the other Guardian right now. But this is what I mean. Like if I just had time to set up Rabombi this game, then I would have been. Oh, what's he doing? He's an outrage. Oh, he's not outrage or knockout. Ooh, that's pretty good because that means he can GX me for game. Oh, that's really bad for me actually. That might have just lost me the game. Unless I top deck Guzma, unless I get Guzma off this. Which, if I'm going to try to do that, then... I don't think he has anything to deal with choice. I don't think he... Let's see. We need to get Guzma off this now. I mean, it's a 30 card deck. We're getting 7. The chance exists. Nice, we got it. Alright, perfect. Ooh, that was scary. He can't GX me next turn, right? +3 is not enough for a GX attack. This actually I might just win now. But I need to stop him from GXing me. And he can't just attack me with this one. He has to set up a whole new Reshizard, which he can't take a knockout with. So we'll Kaleidostorm. So I think I just won. We'll see. I'm not too sure that. He could still do something, I just don't know. But I think we might have won. I didn't want to bench this because he has no way to take a knockout he has no way to take a knockout on a helmeted one, unless of course he does play the Choice Band Field Blower right now. But if he has a Choice Band Field Blower right now, then I guess GG. Don't know much else to say. We have the Max Pot, we have a Judge, which might be useful. But he needs to win here if he's going to leave this active. Oh, does this confuse me? It doesn't confuse me, does it? Wait a minute, does that knock me out? No, it doesn't knock me out. No, unless he has Choice Band, it doesn't knock me out. If he has Choice Band, though, ooh, that's a big old yikes. That's a big old yikes if he has Choice Band, because he just won. I didn't even think about this. Oh my god, that's so cool! That's actually really cool, I'm not gonna lie. That's actually super sick. Well played. That's actually super sick. I'm really upset that that happened. But, like, I lost anyways if he knocked this out, so it didn't really matter. It's not like I should have benched the other one. It's not... It is knockout, right? Yeah, it's knockout. Dude, just play. Come on. Well played. Just attack. It's fine. You don't have to do anything else. I'm going to let it happen because I thought that was super sick. I didn't even think about that being a possibility. What did I learn, though? This is the first game I think I dropped with this deck, though. And it's to some shenanigans, some Salazzle shenanigans. I think I still stand by the Jirachi play being better because you need consistency in this deck, but the Salazzle is pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. I mean, if it's exactly for this matchup, I think it's pretty sick. Although I think you're better off just playing a Field Blower, right? If you're going to be drawing till you have a 6-card deck, I think you're better off just playing... I just think you're better off just getting a Field Blower. What's he doing? Oh, could he not outrage me that turn? What happened? What is he doing? I'm confused. I thought he had won the game. Did I miss something? Did he attack with that Charizard last turn? He hit enough. I don't really understand what happened. Maybe somebody could let me know. Oh shoot. How do I get rid of this? I need time. I think I might have to judge my opponent now, though. I don't think I have much of a choice. I can retreat. Man, this sucks. I mean, I could still attack this turn. I just have to attack with this one, but then Choice Hammer wins the game. I could double... I can green... I have to judge, I think. Let's judge. Yes. I don't know what to do, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I'm super don't know what to do here. I have no idea what I should do here. Well, no matter what. No matter what, I'm going to get knocked out if I let this thing live, if he gets a welder, right? So I'm just not going to bother attacking it. Because if I get Guzma, I can win. But I don't know what I did. I don't know what I could have. I don't know what happened. I'm so lost. Guys, like I said earlier, I've been writing a paper all day. So if I miss something, I'm super sorry. I'm trying to look through the log. Yeah, I took a knockout last turn, so he could have attacked me with this thing for game, right? He hit me for 230 with his choice band, and hit me for 230, and I took 30 damage. So he could have won. I'm not. Did I miss something? Like I don't really know what he's trying to do. Whatever. I think I should have lost this game, but it's fine. Kiawe, huh? I had to judge, I think, because Max Potion would have put me 2 behind. Actually, Max Potion would have been the same thing. I think I maybe retreat. Okay, there's a Kiawe. If I can get a Guzma off of this, that'd be amazing. He doesn't have any fire energies left in the deck. That might be the key. There it is. Okay, well, we won somehow, so that's a thing. Not really sure how we pulled this off. Somebody let me know in the chat if my opponent either just threw for some reason or if I'm not understanding something. I should have put down my Wonder Labyrinth. There's so many cards I could have like put down to make this matchup easier for me. There's so much stress. So much stress. Alright. I think I either want a Max Potion back or I want an Acerola back. One or the other. Acerola would have been good there as well. Just to like... actually, I don't know. Anyways, let's play one more game. That was a little bit insane. We still haven't dropped the game though. We still haven't dropped the game though. Yikes! That's a big old yikes. Yeah, I think I need to focus on getting down Rabombi a little bit more. And maybe if I play the Rimbombi version, you play less greens, more. I don't know. I still think Rimbombi is good, but obviously if you play Rimbombi, you just can't use greens anymore. But then you have the bills, which also work to an extent, of course. You just gotta be ready to load your hand. So I don't know. You could play both, like Rimbombi and Miss Magius, and then like that'll help you draw as well as avoid Guzma. Because as you can see, like in that matchup just there, we would have been perfectly fine if we just never got Guzma'd. So I don't know. It's a little bit of a toss-up. I'm still trying out the Rimbombi version, but if the Rimbombi version doesn't work, I'm just gonna throw in those Magiuses instead and call it a day. Let's see how many mulligans we get this time. We got a bunch last time. I don't know what my opponent's playing though. So I'm gonna play against Pikarom so we can just throw down the lightning memory and be all like, huh. 2 Guardies. How many mulligans? 4 mulligans. Not too bad. Opening hand's kind of weird though. We're going first, which is good. I mean, it doesn't really matter. You don't mind, because as long as you get to attack as early as possible, you're fine. Ditto lead. Green, top deck. I mean, green's pretty good. I'm just going to use green. I'm going to grab that. Do I grab that energy spinner card? Just to continue to see have manual attachments? I think I do. And what else do I need here? I don't know what my opponent's playing at all, so I'm just kind of reacting. Once again. We're going to grab choice helmets. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to grab any tools yet with Adventure Bag. I'm just going to let it sit for a little bit. I could grab Power Plant, stop any Lele shenanigans, just really early turn 1 disruption. I kind of like that. We have this with a couple outs. We have a couple bills and a couple greens. Because we only have 2 greens in the whole deck. Oh boy, that's not super great. We have 2 good. We actually have a pretty good board state though, as well as a pal pad. I'm gonna grab another green though. I think our hand, just hand-wise, we should be fine. Wait a minute, why is this not working? Oh, you have to go second. Oh, never mind. I thought it was a first turn thing, like if it's the first turn of your game. Never mind, forget I said anything. Well, I guess we got a manual attachment in, so that's pretty cool. Something to keep in mind. Definitely should have not grabbed that card if that was the case. Oh well. We're here now. We'll just pass. Zoroark! Zoroark. I wonder how Zoroark matchup is going to be. We don't have a lot of bench space, so Lycanroc isn't an issue. And they really only hit you for like 100. Choice Helmet sounds hilarious versus this, because they hit you for both resistance and minus 30. So it's like minus 50 damage. Oh, Sylveon Zoroark. Huh. Well, there's no steel memory, so I think we'll be alright. I think we'll be A-okay. Sylveon isn't a threat either, because once again, just minus damage. We're just going to go ahead and grab Choice Helmets, because I don't see a reason not to. That was a draw I didn't want to see. Boop, boop. We could get... No, we don't have Fairy Charm ability. Also, we're going to want that Power Plant. So we're going to go ahead and grab that Power Plant now and force him to find a stadium to bump. Let's go ahead. This is actually good because we get the Pal Pad, the greens back in. But we'll grab Stadium, Bills and Stadium, because I don't see myself literally using anything else right now. Bills is just for me to grab more options after I Pal Pad the 2 greens back in the deck. And boop. Alright, so I don't know, like, what can my opponent do about this outside of, like, trying to bump the stadium? Literally, they have no abilities. Their whole deck is based around the ability, I'm assuming. They can damage me, I guess. Even the Dene they can't use. Ooh, big yikes. Let's see if he has the a way to bump, though. Look at that, resistance, minus 50. He can only hit me for, like, 120, minus 50, which is 70 damage at a time. Oh, 90, my bad. And you can't even do that much. 50 damage. I think we're safe, guys. I think we are A-okay. The question is, do I just start taking knockouts? I'm going to start taking knockouts. This thing's the only thing that really threatens me. I just want to start attacking. I don't have a reason to not start attacking. I don't need to move energies right now either. Yeah, I'm just going to attack over and over again until I win, I guess. Ooh, one card that I feel like is pretty valuable in this deck is just more energy spinners. Something that I've heard, like something that I've noticed is that it's pretty good. When you prize it, it's not so good, but it's usually pretty good. So oh, he didn't get rid of the other one. Sick. That's actually really good for me. I can keep 2 KOing. I don't think there's much you can do about it. Can I? I don't have another power plant. I would really like to just keep power plant on board because it's so hilariously good. And then Wonder Lab is also hilariously good in this deck. So I just want to make things work. If that makes any sense. We have Max Pot, and we can very easily manipulate when we're going to be knocked out. So we can use Max Pot. I can actually use Ace Roll this turn right now if I wanted to. Is there a point? Not really. I don't really see a point in doing it, so I'm not going to bother. I can Max Pot the bench and Ace Roll the active later. Actually, I can move the damaged one, the energy here to the damaged one, or I can move them all over here, and then, I don't know. Let's see. Do I want to Ace Roll, though? I don't really want to Ace Roll right now, so for the time being, I'm just going to Pokegear. Find actually nothing. Very surprising. And that's a thing. Okay, so what I could do is I can move this damaged one right over here, right? Max Potion this one, let him take another hit, move them all back over here, and then Ace Roll the active. I like that play. We're going to try that. There's no reason, actually. Actually, you know, you never know. He might Tingly return me. I'm not even going to lie. He might Tingly return me. We'll Kaleido Storm here. If I put 4 damage on this and he gets a DC, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 120. 120 with a choice band is 150. 150 plus 80 is 230. It's still not enough. So I don't. 230 with a. Yeah, still not enough. He's not going to take a knockout on me with a Lele. So I'm just going to do this. Alright, so the game plan is literally Max Potion this, move all the energies back, Ace Roll the active, and go from there. Actually, does he take a knockout? 80, 160, 240? No, he doesn't take a knockout. Actually, if he gets one more bench Pokemon, though, he hits me for 100. 100, that is a knockout. But I'm going to take a knockout on him first. And do I care? I don't think I care. Oh, he's going to Guzma me. So, does this make it easier or harder? This means I have to Ace Roll this thing now. So this actually makes it easier for me. This actually makes it, at least I don't have to risk knockout anymore. There was possibility where I would have been knocked out, but here I'm just going to Ace Roll and go from there. So this is like, if you guys are curious how good this deck is, the Zoroark matchup literally means nothing. Alright, there we go. And I shouldn't be O-code by any means, and I'm going to move all my energies back anyways, so... Yeah. Yep. Kaleido Storm. If I can get the power plant, I'll probably GX at some point. He could try to Guzma me again, I guess, and not hit me for a lot of damage, so I'm not actually too worried about this if he Guzes me. Actually, this is difficult, because actually I have greens. Never mind. This is fine. As long as I have greens, I can get a physical switch card. This is like a battle of the what's it called? The resources, right? Devoured Field. Alright, let's see what greens can do for us. Because we get a knockout here. Ooh, we even get Wonder Lab. That's really good for us. We need Switch for sure. Do we just grab another green, or do I grab Power Point? He only has a 2-card hand. I'm gonna grab Power Plant. Like I'm booling. I'm booling right now. I don't gotta do anything. He shouldn't be able to attack me. I'll just keep Kaleido Storming until I win, I guess. Or not attack me, but he shouldn't be able to, like... You know what I mean. Let's do that. He shouldn't be able... what's the word? He shouldn't be able to get a bigger hand. And we have Max Potion again, which is pretty good. If he ever takes a knockout, we have Diantha. This deck's really annoying for your opponents, man. I can, like, get a Guzma, that'd be sick. 50 damage, back to doing 0. Cutiefly prevents Guzmas. I don't really care right now. Yeah, I don't really care right now. Can I attack? Is that a thing? Anything else I want to do here? Not really. Just continue hitting. Now is not the time for this card, so we'll just hold on to it for now. Keep attacking over and over again with this thing. I mean, taking 50 damage a turn is pretty good. You bump that stadium, but we have our last stadium to bump with, and we can use Dianthus to get the power plants back if we need to. If you ever want to just let him take a knockout on us. But who's he going to switch to? I don't think he has another attacker that's ready, so we're just going to take another prize here, and then ideally get Guzma for game at some point, right? The question is, do I care if he takes a knockout next turn? I might care. He has to hit me for 130, which is super unlikely in this deck. I'll just Kaleidostorm. I'll move one energy to the bench. It doesn't really matter now, does it? Because I'm just going to be able to Fairy Song if like worst case scenario happens. I'm just going to leave it like this. Yeah, because if worst case scenario happens, I'm just going to Fairy Song. Hopefully we get another green off this. Oh, we got another Fairy Energy, so that works too. I probably could have grabbed another Guardy, now that I'm looking at it, just from the deck, put it on the bench right now, so I don't have to deal with a Judge. So I always have a target. There's the blower. So can he hit 130? I mean, Lele Choice Band does it with DCE, but he needs like an extra energy too because of the Wonder Lab. So he needs to bump the stadium and have lit DCE Choice Band and switch into Lele to take a knockout. This doesn't do it, does it? Because he hits 120, but that gets reduced by 20, which is 100 damage. And he doesn't have Choice Band because obviously he has the tool instead. So we're not going to get knocked out here. I think we just win, right? I don't see what else he could do. So we just attack? Alright, cool. Well, that was fun. Well, okay, well, let's go ahead and show off the deck. That was super exciting, guys. Were you guys as riveted as I was? Because that was so riveting. I don't know what else, like, what could have made that matchup better for him? There's not a lot of Zoroark partners that can deal well with Guardy. You just have to play more healing than your opponent does, right? Yeah, they got to spam Ace Rolls a little bit more. So what do I think about this? Well, in yesterday's stream, which you can still watch, we definitely used Ribombee a bit more, but I don't know if I really like Ribombee right now. I think post-rotation, Ribombee's hilarious because the only way to get rid of tools is through Faba, but then Faba doesn't work on you if you have a Ribombee up. So if you're playing against something like Pikarom, you just play down your lightning energy and play down your Ribombee and or your lightning charm, and you play down your Ribombee, and then you just say GG because they can't do anything about it. They can't. There's no physical switching as far as we know, and there's no gusting as far as we know, outside of like custom catcher, and there's no tool removal. So unless I'm missing something, it's literally just GG. They can't do anything about it. So, and Pikarom should be one of the best decks in format next set because they actually keep all the Ultra Ball, quote unquote, through their electromagnetic radar and like the Denes and stuff like that. So they stay a consistent deck, but they lose straight up to that combination. But maybe you just cut the 2/2 line. Maybe you just cut out the Ribombee and you cut out maybe what else do you cut out? Maybe just the bills. I never used the bills. I'm going to be 100% honest. I don't think I've ever used the bills. You can cut out the bills and you can cut out the Ribombee and you can just play the Mismagius with the 2 Duskstone and just give you a little bit extra draw here and there. Or maybe just don't play any of that. Because we never need a draw, as you guys saw. It's not like we were never like going, oh, I need to draw this card. Oh, you gotta draw cards right now. Because we were able to always like set ourselves up for the following turn. So we were always like a step ahead, quote unquote, if that makes any sense. So I don't know, something to keep in mind. Something to definitely try out. Let me know what you guys think of the deck in the comments down below. Let me know if you hate it. Let me know if you love it. Let me know all the information you gotta know. And then give me some information of cards I might have forgot about or missed. And I love talking about that stuff with you guys. So answer the comment question today for a chance to win a couple codes. Don't forget to drop that like. I mean it. You know, the like button. You and the like button. I know that you guys have been getting along really well recently, but she's been telling me that you've been avoiding her, and she's not very happy about it. So hit that like button, remind her that you care, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.